Yu-Gi-Oh! An incredibly complex card game with tens of thousands of cards. However, what if each set was separated from the rest of the massive card pool and your choices when building a deck were extremely limited? In this series, in order to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! From the ground up, I will be embarking on an adventure through the history of the card game with Jeexx. In each episode, we will have access to all the cards in a select product, and using all of the cards in that product, both of us will build a deck before playing a best of 3 match to determine the winner of the episode. We will move in a chronological order in the series, and with each new episode we will forget the cards of the past in order to experience something brand new. We hope you enjoyed this adventure through Yu-Gi-Oh! And its evolution with us. Welcome to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. What is up, ladies and fellas, and welcome back to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey, and today we are tackling Crimson Crisis as well as Champion Pack Game 8. So the final Champion Pack, and then next I think we're moving on to Turbo Packs. Apologies last time, I said like we would have a Turbo Pack with this one, but yeah, I forgot we have one more Champion Pack to go. And Turbos are going to be a little bit after. So regardless, Crimson Crisis is a pretty interesting set, introduces the assault modes as well as some other stuff. So as always, let's take a look at what we're working here. And yeah, I remember last time I said I would be fast. I wasn't fast, so I will continue my eternal lie and say that I'll try to be fast today. So assault modes, I'll cover them with Colossal Fighter Assault Mode. Assault modes are basically just monsters in your main deck that are versions of synchro monsters, and they are summoned with a specific trap card that we'll cover a little bit later. And Colossal Fighter Assault Mode is a 3300 beat stick that when spell summoned, you can send up 2 warrior type monsters from your deck to a graveyard, and all monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack for every warrior type monster in your graveyard. And when it's destroyed on the field, you can spell summon a Colossal Fighter from the graveyard. And this is also common for all the assault modes. When they are destroyed on the field, then you can spell summon the respective like synchro from the graveyard. So it's a little bit bigger, 500 points exactly, and instead of gaining attack, it makes your opponent's monsters lose attack for all the warriors. The Breed Dragon is a very good tuner, a 2k wall level 4 dragon tuner. When normal summon, you can target a monster with 500 or less attack in your grave to spell summon it in attack position, but negate its effects, and this can only be used as synchro material for a dragon monster, and the other synchro material cannot be level 4, so this cannot be used to go into a level 8, unfortunately. But still a very good card. I don't think it's gonna see play in this episode, but overall just a very good card. Hyper Synchron is here, so we have access to the Synchrons once again if we want to. Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode. After damage calculation, if it attacks you, destroy all of the monsters in the field. It doesn't care if it's defense, it doesn't care whose it is, it just pops everything else, and it's 3500, so very big. If your opponent has face-up traps, you can use Trap Eater to get rid of them, to spell summon it on your side of the field. I don't think that there's stuff in this that we would actually care about with that, but something to consider. And Blackwings also debut here. So Gale the Whirlwind, Bora the Spear, and Sirocco the Dawn. Blackwings, another one of my favorite archetypes, basically like a synchro spam archetype where they focus on swarming. So here, Sirocco is the starter, a 2k level 5. If only your opponent controls monster, you can normal summon this without tributing, and then on the field, you can, during a Mayfest 1, you can target a Blackwing monster you control, and until the end of the turn, it gains basically the attack of all your Blackwings on the field, but it's the only thing that can attack that turn. For the Spear, Gale the Whirlwind can be special summoned from your hand if you control a Blackwing monster. Bora the Spear simply does piercing battle damage, and Gale the Whirlwind is a level 3 tuner, and once per turn you can target a face-up monster your opponent controls to have its stats, and that is permanent even if Gale leaves the field. 12 Rose Knight, a tuner that can help you swarm with plants. This is basically like there to go into Rose Dragon. I don't think we really have any plants that we would care about. Some reactor stuff, not really too great. Black Salvo, a level 3 tuner that on normal summon can target a level 4 dark machine type monster in your grave to spell summon it. So that's another way to go into synchros. For Dark Machines, we also have Doom Kaiser Dragon Assault mode. So we also, obviously, these all give us access to their respective synchros. So when spell summoned, you spell summon any number of zombie monster from either player's graveyard to your side of the field, and then the effects are negated, and during the end phase they are popped. Hyper Psychic Blaster. If it battles monster at the end of a damage step, you burn your opponent to equal the opponent's defense, and you gain life points equal to the attack. And Arcanite Magician Assault mode places 2 spell counters on it, gains 1,000 for each, and you can remove 2 spell counters to pop all cards your opponent controls. So basically, you just spell summon it in defense, take both the counters, and wipe your opponent's field. Pretty good. Arcanite Apprentice, sorry, another tuner. It adds Assault mode activate to your hand from your deck when you use a Synchro Summon. Assault Mercenary can send Assault mode activates from your hand or graveyard to reuse them to pop spell traps. Also 1800 attack, so pretty decent. And Assault Beast 1900 Beast Stick that you can discard to add Assault mode activate directly to your hand. And Nightwing Sorcerer lets you activate it the turn it is set, since it is a trap card, but it's not too great. Samanite also here, Gladiator Beast support, so we have access to Glad Beasts once again. The effect isn't the greatest, and it's only 1600, so being able to pop things is hard. Do throw 2k wall that when sent from the field or graveyard by any means, you can add any monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand, frog monster, except for itself. Flip-flop frog basically bounces things. It's a penguin soldier, but it bounces according to your number of frog monsters on flip. Then we just have a bunch of pack filler that we probably won't see. Aliens also come back here if you want to be playing those. Also, they also get Gold Guard. But for these synchros that we have here, a Dark Strike Fighter, a notorious burn a monster that this is why it has now the effect where you can only use it once per turn. A level 7, completely generic. And then Blackwing Armor Master, a level 7 for Blackwings, needs a Blackwing tuner, cannot be destroyed by battle, and you take no battle damage from battles involving the card. And at the end of the damage step, if it attacked a monster, you can place a wedge counter on the monster that it attacked, and then you can remove all the wedge counters from your opponent's monster to make their stats become 0. Hyper Psychic Blaster needs a non-tuner Psychic. It's a level 9, so I don't think we really have a way of bringing it out, but it's 3k. If it attacks a defense monster, you do piercing damage, and at the end of the damage step, if it attacked a defense monster and the defense is lower than this card's attack, you gain LP, life points, equal to the difference. It's funny that they use surplus here. Arcanite Magician, I think we can bring it out, but it needs a non-tuner spellcaster monster. It's a level 7. If it's synchro summoned, you place 2 spell counters on it, gains 1,000 attack for each spell counter, and you can remove 1 to target a card your opponent controls and pop it. And Gold Guard needs Alien Ammonite and 1 or more non-tuner aliens. It's a level 5 with 2600 attack. Otherwise, you can select any number of face-up spell or trap cards to return them to their owner's hand and distribute A counters on monsters on the field equal to the number of cards returned. And then you can pop any card your opponent controls by removing 2 A counters on the field once per turn. Then we have just a bunch of whatever. Star Blast can be used to bring things easier, I guess. You can use Raptor Wing Strike to go into multiple. If you need multiple Gale effects, you can special Gale, get its effect off. You can Raptor Wing Strike Gale to go into another Gale to go into your hand, special summon it, have something else. But other than that, it's very not good. Morstronics gets some stuff here. Assault Overload for assault modes, but probably you don't want to be doing this. Assault mode, monster from your hand to a deck to draw 2. So it's important, as we'll see in a little bit, that assault mode activate actually only gets stuff from your deck. So if you have them in your hands, they are completely useless. Assault Revival, you banish an assault mode active from your grave to pop all monsters you control and special summon an assault mode monster from your graveyard, ignoring the conditions, but the effects are negated and it cannot be tributed. And then it gets banished when it's removed from the field. Indomitable Gladiator Beast, very good consistent boosting for Glad Beast. You target a face-up Glad Beast monster to give it a 500 until the end phase, and within your graveyard, you can return 2 Glad Beasts from your graveyard to your deck to return it to your hand. So this allows you to play one-offs pretty easily off Glad Beasts. Seed Cannon and Super Solar Nutrient for plants. 6am also gets more stuff here to instantly go into Shein. And some more stuff for aliens. And Assault Mode Activate, this is the way you actually summon the Assault Mode monsters. You tribute a Synchro monster and spell summon Assault Mode monster whose name includes the tributed monster's name, specifically in attack position. You just have a bunch of kind of whatever. Half or nothing is interesting. So during your opponent battle phase, they have to pick one of the effects. Either they have the attack of all monsters they control until the end phase, or they just simply end at the battle phase. More planned, more morphronic stuff. Assault Slash, when you control an Assault Mode monster, you destroy all phases of monsters on the field, including the Assault Mode monster, very important. And then Assault Counter, when you have an Assault Mode monster, you negate, basically omni-negate an effect and pop the card. But obviously, like, having to control an Assault Mode monster is quite a hefty cost, since bringing those on the field is not very easy. Alien Kid also here. Put one icon on all monsters special summon to your opponent's side of the field. And it also has the effect of reducing their power. Puppet King, when your opponent adds a monster to their hand except by drawing, you can special summon this card from your hand. And then during your next turn's end phase, it gets popped. So if you do this on your opponent's turn, then you'll have the still Puppet King for your next turn. And then Violet Witch for more plant stuff, but unfortunately, you know, plants don't really they get a lot of support, but there isn't really plants themselves here. And even if, I'm not sure even actually would that the whole thing like qualify for the archetype rule, I don't think so. But even if it did, like, plants at this point, we don't have good enough stuff. And finally, Armoroid for a big fuck all card for Roids if you want, for whatever reason, want to play Roids. And finally, ChamP8 Game 8. There actually isn't a lot of like good things here. So Gravity Behemoth anti-field spell stuff, I don't think we care about. The Morphronics are the one that got a field spell here, but I don't even know if we would be playing that. Prohibition and Mind Crush, both to target specifically a single card. Dimensional Fissure here for Graveyard Hate. Lumina Lightsworn Summoner, but importantly enough, like, Legacy Rule does not apply to these special packs. So this doesn't mean that we can play in the main sets, we can play Lightsworn. So Lumina is just a one-off here, probably not gonna do much. Shein is here, but we also have access to Shein from the main set. Necro Gardener to negate attacks by your opponent. That's actually pretty interesting. Royal Apparition, we just handshook that we're not going to be playing it because it's not interesting. Neospecial Dark Panther, more alien stuff. Once again, like Alien, you already have access to in the main set. And Vanity's Ruler, another card that we just handshook. We'd rather just see synchros if we can, so we're not going to be playing that. But yeah, that's everything. It's still 13 minutes. I'm slowly working my way towards a shorter version of these, but we'll get there eventually. I promise. At some point we will. That's my vow already for, like, New Year's promise for 2024. We'll make these breakdowns shorter. But hopefully you enjoyed it regardless, and I will see you all in the deck building section next.
Hi. I'm kind of tired. I feel like I'm gonna get sick. My throat is kind of fucked, but I'll do my best. So we're gonna be playing Crimson Crisis next, which is gonna contain a lot of really good synchro monsters like Dark Strike Fighter, which is an errata card now. It used to be arguably the best version of Cannon Soldier ever printed. And there was also Arcanite Magician in this, I think. Might be flipping. I know that Assault Mode is from this, but I don't remember if Arcanite Magician came before this or not. And we have Armor Master as well. We got a bunch of good synchros, and we also have one of, like, quote unquote the premier synchro archetypes in this, but we'll get to that in a second. First off, we have Assault Beast. It searches for a card called Assault Mode Activate when you discard it. It's not very good. It's 1.9k beat stick, that's it. BES Big Core Mark II. If you control no monster, you can normal summon this card without tributing. When this card is special summoned, place 3 counters on it. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. If this card attacks or is attacked, remove 1 counter from this card at the end of the damage step. If you cannot, destroy it. It's a 2.4k beat stick that can swing over, well, not much, but it can trade into stuff like Geyseras and swing over most things that can be played on board on turn 1. So yeah, I would say that it's fairly playable. It's fairly okay. And then we have the premier synchro archetype of this set, Black Wings. Specifically, we have arguably like the best early synchro archetype. Like, when you think about it, this shit spams itself out, it does synchros, and then it just swings over shit. It's not very strong overall, like the synchro monsters are kind of shit, but it has easy access to stuff like Dark Strike Fighter and Black Rose Dragon, and later on it has stuff like fucking Ancient Fairy Dragon. It's really good. Like, legitimately, this is actually scary how good this is, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see more Black Wings in every set in the future. Like, one of us is probably going to be playing Legacy every single set. But yeah, we have Bora the Spear, which is the effect of if you control a Blackwing monster other than Blackwing Bora the Spear, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage. And it's a 1.7 thousand beat stick. It's pretty good. Level 4. We have Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind. If you control a Blackwing monster other than Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind, you can special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, then that target's attack becomes half its current attack and defense. Then we have Sirocco the Dawn. If your opponent controls a monster, you can normal summon / set this card without tributing. It's not even that if your opponent controls a monster and you don't control a monster, it's that if your opponent only controls a monster. So that's really good. It's a level 5, which means that it allows for level 8 plays with Gale, and also Gale allows for level 7 plays with Bora. Then you have once per turn during your main phase 1, you can target one Blackwing monster you control. Until the end of this turn, it gains attack equal to the attack of all other Blackwing monsters currently on the field. Also, for the rest of this turn, you can only attack with that monster. It's pretty good. It's a legitimately pretty good card. Then we have the Glad Beast package that I'm playing, so I can justify myself having access to Geyseras to have actual removal tools and actual like plays in this deck. We have Bestiary, which is the spell trap removal. We have Darius, which is a new card, along with I think it's Sam Knight and Indomitable, yeah, and also Equist. So we'll go over these. When this card is special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, you can target one Gladiator Beast monster in your graveyard and special summon that target, but its effects are negated by this card and is shuffled into the deck when this card leaves the field. So basically, it's a 1-card combo into Geyseras, for example, with Bestiary. It's pretty good, I would say. Then a quest. A quest is a recovery tool. When you summon it with a Glad Beast effect, you target one Glad Beast in graveyard and add it to your deck. Add it to your hand. We have Haplomis, Lakari, Murmillo, Samnight. Samnight is one of the new cards in this set. If this card was special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can add one Glad Beast card from your deck to your hand. That's it. It's not very good. It's probably the worst Glad Beast in the deck so far. In this deck currently. Then we have Plague Spitter Zombie for a level 2 tuner that can be used multiple times. If you, not multiple times, but you can normal summon it, you can use it, and then you summon it again and use it again. Simple as. Then we have the premier cards for this set, specifically Red Dragon, Archfiend, Assault Mode. Assault modes are shitty tribute monsters, or shitty fusion monsters, or shitty cards, in general. It has the effect of cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned by the effect of Assault Mode activate. After damage calculation, if this card attack, destroy all other monsters on the field. When this card is destroyed, when this card on the field is destroyed, you can target one Red Dragon Archfiend in your graveyard and special summon that target. Not a good card. Then we have Assault Revival. Remove from play one Assault Mode active from your graveyard and destroy all monsters you control, and special summon one / Assault Mode from your monster from your graveyard, ignoring its summon conditions. Its effects are negated and cannot be tributed. If it is removed from the field, remove it from play. Then we have Assault Teleport, which is meant to be used in conjunction with Assault modes for a little bit of consistency boost, I guess. Then we have Gladiator Beast, Rhoda / E-Call. Then we have another one of the new cards in the set, Indomitable Gladiator Beast. It has the effect to target one face of Glad Beast monster on the field. Until the end phase, it gains 500 attack, which is basically a rush recklessly, and then it has a recovery effect of, while this card is in your graveyard, you can return 2 Glad Beast cards from your graveyard to the deck and return this card to your hand. That's really good, because as you can probably tell, I have mostly one-offs in the deck. So having the ability to refuel my deck with a Glad Beast using a card that also supports them is pretty valuable. Star Blast, this is here for filler. Assault mode activates. Pay any number of life points in multiples of 500 and reduce the level of one monster you control or that is in your hand by 1 for each 500 life points you paid until the end phase. Yeah, there we go. It's stupid. Tribute 1 Synchro Monster, a special mode. Tribute 1 Synchro Monster. Special summon 1 Assault Mode monster whose name includes the tributed monster's name from your deck in attack position. Not from your hand, not from your graveyard, from your deck. Have fun. If you draw your assault modes, fuck you. Descending Lost Star. Descending Lost Star allows you to target 1 Synchro Monster in your graveyard and special summon that target in defense position, but its effects are negated. Its level is reduced by 1, and its defense becomes 0. Also, its battle position cannot be changed. Half or Nothing. It's a combat trick that says during your opponent's battle phase, you can choose one of the effects. Your opponent chooses one of the effects. You have all the attack of all of your monsters you currently control, or you end the battle phase. Yep. Then we have the side deck, which contains Arcanite Magician Assault Mode, which has the effect of when this card is special summoned, place 2 spell counters on it. This card gains 1000 attack for each spell counter on it. You can remove 2 spell counters from this card to destroy all cards your opponent controls. When this card on the field is destroyed, you can special summon 1 Arcanite Magician from your graveyard. Then we have Assault Mercenary. You can return 1 Assault Mode activate from your hand or your graveyard to the deck and destroy 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls. Black Salvo. Black Salvo allows you on a normal summon to special summon a level 4 Dark Machine type monster from your graveyard and negate its effects. You're meant to use this in conjunction with Trapped Reactor specifically to get out Darkstalk Fighter in one play. Then we have Debris Dragon, which is one of Yusei's cards. When this card is normal summoned, you can target 1... I think it's one of Yusei's cards. I'm not actually sure. I'm pretty sure it is. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can target 1 monster with 500 or less attack in your graveyard. And special summon that target in attack position, but negate its effects. Cannot be used as synchro material except for the synchro summon of a dragon monster. The other synchro material cannot be level 4. So you can't summon Debris Dragon, summon a level 4 that has 500 or less attack and go into Stardust or Red Dragon. It has to be like a level 3 or a level 2 or whatever the fuck. But yeah. Then we have another Blade Spreader and Puppet King, which is a actual sight card in here. When your opponent adds a monster card to their hand, except by drawing, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do, destroy it during your next turn's end phase. Then we have Trap Reactor. Once per turn, when your opponent acts its trap card, you can destroy the trap card and inflict 800 damage to your opponent. More Star Blast, and then Synchro Change. Remove from play 1 face-up Synchro monster you control. Special summon 1 Synchro monster from your extra deck whose level is the same as the removed monsters. Its effects are negated. And then we have the extra deck. We have Geyseris, a legitimately powerful card with the effect of when this card is special summoned, you can target up to 2 cards on the field and destroy those targets. At the end of the battle phase, if this card battled, you can return to the extra deck and special summon 2 Glad Beasts from your deck. And as per usual, it's a contact fusion and it uses Bestiary as material. Then we have Heraklinos, which is something that we already covered, and it's got a negate. It's got a spell trap negate, basically, for a discard. That's it. Then we have Arcanite Magician, who's a level 7 spellcaster synchro monster that requires a non-tuner spellcaster and a tuner monster. If this card is synchro summoned, it places 2 spell counters on it. This card gains 1000 attack for each spell counter on it. You remove 1 spell counter from your field, then target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy that target. Then we have Armor Master, which requires a Blackwing Tuner monster and a non-tuner monster. A generic non-tuner monster. Cannot be destroyed by battle, and you take no battle damage from attacks involving this card at the end of the damage step. If this card attacked a monster, you can place 1 wedge counter on that monster. You can remove all wedge counters from your opponent's monsters. The attack and defense of those monsters that had wedge counters become 0 until the end of this turn. There we go. Then we have Colossal Fighter, who I think came out in one of the starter decks, but we did not get to play it in those starter decks. But it's a level 8 Dark Warrior Synchro monster that requires any tuner monster and any non-tuner monster. Gains a 100 attack for each warrior monster in your graveyard, and when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can target one warrior monster in either graveyard and a special summon that target. That's a really good effect, by the way, like legitimately, because there's a a certain card maybe able to summon itself back, you know. I don't know. Darkstrike Fighter. During the main phase, you can again level 7 generic requirements. During the main phase, you contribute one monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attributed monster's level on the field times 200. This used to be unlimited. You used to be able to sack itself. Not sack itself, sack your entire board and sack itself to deal like massive burn damage. Then we have Red Dragon Archfiend, which we've already covered multiple times so far, and it's just a really good beat stick. That's it. Damn, these go on for a while, I must say. But yeah, that about does it. I sincerely hope that this doesn't boil down to being all about drawing Blackwings. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Anyway, good luck with the games.
Alrighty guys and gals, and welcome back in. Here's what we're going to be playing today. So we're actually finally playing, putting the legacy rule into effect ourselves. And we're going to be playing some Glad Beasts with a side of a Blackwing package to go into some Synchro. So it's funny because this was actually, I think this is one of my has been one of my favorite decks to build thus far. I had a lot of fun actually building it, and it's funny because when I just simply sent Jeexx a text saying I think I've actually cooked up a pretty cool deck. Yeah, the only thing he replied with was, "Please don't be playing Glad Beasts." So whoops. But anyways, let's take a look at the deck and see what we are working with. So let's start. I have I've lined these up because like this to make things clear. So the first 20 cards are from this set, and then these are legacy cards that we've already seen. So apart from Indomitable, sorry, Gladiator Beast. So yeah, we're playing 21 cards from this set and then 19 from previous sets. So starting things off with our Blackwing package: 3 Gale, 3 Bora, 3 Sirocco. Sirocco is our starter. If Jeexx has a monster and we don't, we can just normal summon this without tributing. Then if we have a Bora or preferably Gale in the hand, we can special summon those. If we have a Sirocco and Bora, even that is pretty good because we can use Sirocco's effect to make Bora a 3700 piercer. And if we can go Sirocco into Gale, then we can obviously go into our level 8s, which we'll cover in a little bit. And if we have stuff like Bora and Gale, we can use those to go into level 7. And if we somehow get all 3, then probably we just win with our Instant Swarming at that point. But yeah, Gale and Bora can be special summoned if you control a Blackwing. And Gale halves your opponent's face of monsters attack and defense. Bora inflicts piercing. And Sirocco can make Blackwing monsters attack the combined attack of all Blackwings you control on the field. So for example, if I have Sirocco and Bora, I can make Bora become a 3700 beater. But it is then the only monster that can attack that turn. Then for our small assault mode package, we have 3 assault beasts. This is to just discard to consistently find assault mode activate. Assault mercenary, mostly we want to be sending stuff out of our graveyard to pop spell traps. But if we are if somehow Jeexx, I don't know what even he could have. Maybe he has in Games Tier 3 prohibition flipped up that's preventing us from actually playing the game. We can in a pinch we can use this to pop stuff by sending stuff out of our hand as well. But mostly to reuse our assault mode activates from our grave. And also they are 19 and 1800 attack, so they can be used as decent speed sticks as well. And then 3 assault mode activate to, if we go and get to our synchro monsters, 2 of which we are playing assault modes, we can then go into the upgraded version of them. And the assault modes that we are playing are Red Dragon Archfiend, which is just a 3500 beat stick, and it destroys everything. after damage calculation if it attacked. And Colossal Fighter can help us thin through our deck, since when spell summoned, you can send up to 2 warrior type monsters from your deck to graveyard. Fun fact, the only warrior that we have is Assault Mercenary. And then your opponent's monsters lose 100, sorry, all of your opponent's monsters lose 100 attack for each warrior in your grave. And this would obviously then with this be 300, at least if we've sent both Assault Mercenaries and we've used Colossal Fighter to go into Assault mode. And when popped, it summons Colossal Fighter from our grave. And 300 is obviously very big. I guess I'll start with Indomitable Glad Beast, since it's the new card. So 500 attack for a basically a poor man's Reckless Rush for Glad Beasts on the first part. But the second part, while this card is in your graveyard, you can return 2 Glad Beast cards from your graveyard to your deck to return it to your hand. And that is the reason why most of our stuff is a one-off. So as for the rest of the main deck, we have already seen these cards, so I'll cover them very quickly. One, Spartacus can only be spell summoned by Hoplomos. All Glad Beasts are summoned when they attack. If they survive at the end of the damage step, you can shuffle them in their deck. Then you special summon a Glad Beast other than that from your deck, and they get their special effect. So Spartacus can only be summoned by Hoplomos, and when summoned, it adds an equip Glad Beast equipped to your hand. Our choice here is the Battle Manica, which basically means that your Glad Beasts cannot be destroyed by battle, which means we can proc their effects more consistently. And this is here also to go into Kairas, a single Lakari, which just gains 300 attack if spell summoned by the effect of another another Glad Beast, and that is here to go into Heraklinos. 3 Bestiary, since that's here to pop spell traps, and also Geysirus is an incredible card, and we want, if possible, even if Jeexx deals with Geysirus, we want to be able to go into those. Hoplomos at 1 copy as well, once again, like gains 300 defense. If summoned by a Glad Beast, Murmilla pops a monster. Oh yeah, Bestiary pops a spell trap on the Glad Beast effect. Murmilla pops a monster, and Darius adds Darius special summons a Glad Beast from your grave. So this is to help us swarm and go into our fusions. And finally, 2 Test Tiger to just help proc the effect, since with the set, when we have access to stuff like Black Wings, Glad Beast will actually have quite the hard time attacking without stuff like Battle Manica to get their effects, so they had to obviously survive the battle. So Test Tiger is there to help with that. So if you control a Glad Beast monster, you can spell summon this from your hand, and you contribute it to shuffle a Glad Beast monster into your deck, and get another one out, and it's basically treated as having been summoned by the effect of a Glad Beast shuffle effect. And also obviously, like, having Glad Beast and then being able to special summon into this means that if we somehow have like something like Hoplomos already on the field, and then we have, okay, how would this work? Like, regardless, in a synchro focus set, it's obviously nice to have swarming, so we can also use Test Tiger to go into our synchros. As for the spell traps, 3 Colosseum just gave us 100 attack and defense to Glad Beast for each of the counters on the card, and it gains a counter every time a counter monster special summon from either player's deck. 3 Gladiator Proving Ground. This is for this is to just thin our deck. We can get the Glad Beast that we need in the moment. 2 Manica, as I already said, and then a single copy of Beast War Chariot, not War Beast Chariot. A Gladiator Beast War Chariot. So when an effect monster effect is activated, if you control a face of Glad Beast, you negate the activation and destroy it. And most of this stuff like Archfiend obviously can be very devastating, but also if Jeexx happens to be on Glad Beast, we can stop something like Murmilla or Bestiary's effect with this, or even if he goes in something like Geysirus, being able to stop that with War Chariot is obviously insane. As for the side deck, not really great. I didn't really know what to include in side deck here, so we just have from ChamP8 Prohibition and Mind Crush to stop if Jeexx is on some whatever degenerate strategy, we can get a hang of that, and then we can pinpoint target whatever his like big win con is. I don't know what this would be, but it's just there if something like that happens. 3 Necro Guard now if we're getting beat down, so we can just set this when it gets popped. Then next turn we have a stop for an attack. A single assault teleport, so if I feel like I'm only running one of both of these, but obviously like assault mode activate only some stuff from your deck. So if we end up drawing these, this is a way of actually putting them back in the deck and also getting some value out of that. But that's here just as insurance if I feel like that's happening. And then finally we have a very small frog control package with 3 dupe frog, which is a 2k wall. And when it's removed from the field, you can add a frog from your deck or graveyard to your hand, and the thing that we're going to be adding is Flip Flop Frog, which once per turn you can flip it back to defense, and when it's flipped face up, so flip summon or when attack, you can return monsters or opponent controls their owner's hand up to a number of face up frog monsters you control, which obviously at that point will be at least a Flip Flop Frog. So just a simple removal tool. Sorry. As for the extra deck, we've already seen most of these. So Red Dragon Archfiend, if it attacks a defense position monster, you pop your opponent's all defense position monsters, and all other monsters you control that didn't attack are then popped at the end of the turn during the end phase, so you need to swing with everything, but mostly it's just a 3k wall and a way to go into assault mode. 2 Colossal Fighter, 2800, oh yeah, both of these are generic level 8s. Mostly we would be going into them with Sirocco plus Gale. Against 100 attack for each warrior monster in their graveyard. In the graveyard, sorry. And when destroyed by battle and sent to graveyard, you can target a warrior monster in either graveyard to get it on your side of the field. Obviously, the mirror is interesting because if you go into something like Colossal Fighter Assault mode and beat in this, then you can get your opponent's Colossal Fighter. It becomes interesting, but I don't know. I don't see Jeexx being on Assault mode, but yeah. Then we have Blackwing Armor Master at 3 copies for Blackwing, say level 720, 500 beat stake that can be destroyed by battle and you don't take battle damage. And if it attacks something that doesn't get destroyed, you can place a wedge counter on it, and you can remove all wedge counters to make the stats become 0 for the turn. Basically, it's just a good stat line for a monster that can't be beat over, and our removal is somewhat scarce. Darkstripe Fighter, also a generic monster, but this one's a level 7. And during the main phase, you can tribute a monster to inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attributed monster's level times 200, and only once per turn, because initially this was a very degenerate like burn strategy. But this is something that could actually happen, where if the games go longer and we manage to poke Jeexx down, maybe we have something like Gale and Bora, we can swing with them, and then we can go into Darkstripe Fighter, since it can also tribute itself, and we can use Darkstripe Fighter to burn him for 1400, which might give us a game. So it'd be a basically weird cowboy for a game. Then for the fusions, for Glad Beast, we are playing 3 Geysaras. I don't think we've seen this before, so it takes Bestiary and... is it Bestiary or Bestiary? I'm going to call it Bestiary. And another Glad Beast, 2400 attack, and when special summoned, you simply pop 2 cards on the field. They don't have to be monsters, they don't have to be anything like it, just pop any 2 cards. They can be your own 2 if for whatever reason you'd want that. And yeah, then it has the effect where you can return it to the extra deck to get back 2 more cards. Obviously very good because you get something, you get Bestiary and something on the field, you go into Geysaris, you pop 2 cards, at the end phase you can go into 2 other cards, you can get Murmillo if you want to pop something, pop a monster, you can go Bestiary if you want to pop a Spell Trap. It's just a very flexible overall, so just a powerhouse of a card, and that's why we're playing 3 copies, because we want to go into as many as possible, even if they get popped. With something like War Chariot, a single Gyarados, so Gyarados we've already seen, so this takes Spartacus and 1 more, and yeah, all of these obviously Contact Fusion. One more Glad Beast, and when it destroys a monster and sends it to your grave, you inflict burn damage to your opponent equal to the defense of the destroyed monster. And then you have Heracles, which needs Laquari and 2 more Glad Beasts. But it's a 3k beater, and during either player's turn, when a spell or trap is activated, you can discard a card to negate the activation and destroy it. And this is another once per turn, so as long as you have cards in your hand, you can keep negating stuff. But yeah. Very lengthy deck breakdown. I feel like I'm just a broken clock at this point, but I'll figure out something. And I'll cut these down. I swear we'll get there eventually. But if I can't make it in 10 minutes when half of the cards are stuff that we've already seen, I think we are losing faith. Regardless, hopefully you enjoyed the deck breakdowns, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the episode. So we'll see you all in the dueling zone. What is up, ladies and lads? I am touching my hair once again. Okay. I have noticed, for whatever reason, whenever I start recording, the first thing I do is touch my hair. I don't know why I do that. That's weird. But anyways, welcome back to the History Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning Journey. And we are back with Crimson Crisis as well as ChamP8. Jeexx, how are you feeling about the episode?
I'm currently having a crisis because I'm pretty sure we established that we didn't have champion pack with this. But I'm stupid, so I forgot.
I think we...
Oh, you established that we don't have turbo pack.
Yeah, that was one thing that I also wanted to say. That right off the bat, I would like to apologize, because I think last time I said that with Crimson Crisis we will have the first turbo pack, but instead we have a champion pack 8 with this, and turbo pack 1 is in a few episodes. So that was my bad last time, but yeah. There was basically nothing in champ pack. There was Necro Gardener, and then Prohibition and Mind Crush, and I think that's
one. Oh, and you also had a Dark Panther, which you could totally use in combination with your
pick your rock.
I'm having a crisis here, as I just said. So I hope you appreciated that one, because that was organic even.
I do appreciate your crisis.
I can't believe
the board will be filled with crimson colors after I'm done with this game.
Oh man, so I play tested this deck and I had 0 hands where this happened, and it just happened, and I fucking mad.
This is an interesting hand, I will say.
Is it playable?
I think it's playable. I think this is one of the first time when I actually have a lot of choices. I think though that we will start. Actually, will we though? I think we will actually just do a simple normal summon Bora.
Okay.
Special summon Gale.
Okay.
And we will sync up these two for a 7. And the 7 will be a Blackwing Armor Master.
That's impossible.
Then I guess we'll set a card back row and we'll pass.
Okay, stand by me. I will activate Gladiator Proving Ground.
Seems pretty good.
It's gonna be a fun game, evidently. And I am going to search my deck for what? What am I gonna search my deck for? I am going to search.
That's a good question.
For Sen. Yes, for Sen. Good old Forsen. None of these cards make a difference. This sucks. But I do need one of these.
You do.
And I'm going to grab one of them. And that one is going to be Bestiary, because I need one of them. Minimum. And then I will simply...
concede.
Set 2 cards and pass.
What sets are there that I... have Hoplo? Because I'm trying to think, like, is there other stuff than Hoplomus? All right. I think what we will do is we will normal summon a Laquari. Is that okay?
Lakari.
Yes.
Lakari's
He crazy.
one of my favorite Twitch streamers.
Shout us to Lakari. He's gonna be watching this.
He's gonna be watching this. I know he is.
Yeah.
He got my back.
Yes. But is Lakari okay?
I think Lakari's okay. Yeah.
All right.
He's the Lottie guy, right?
Yes. Then I would like to go Battle Phase.
Yes.
And we will swing Armor Master into this. I'm assuming it's Hoplomus.
It's actually Plague Spirit.
Ooh, it's a zombie. And then 18 to the dome.
Yeah.
Yep. Then at the end of the battle phase, nothing to do with Armor Master. But I would like to put this back to the deck. And out of the deck, we will get... What will we get is the question, actually.
I mean, if you get Bestiary, you can pop my backer and you can have Geysers for next turn.
I think, like, that's what I'm thinking, because it's like... Armor Master is already a pretty good wall, so I do think it is the best call. I like to go for Bestiary and...
I will, in response to Bestiary summoning, activate Indomitable Gladiator Beast.
Yep.
Targeting your Bestiary. Oh, I can't.
Oh, yeah, it's you control.
It's not even broken.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, we will get a Bestiary, and we'll go main 2, and I think that
will summon.
We will. Yep.
Gonna a normal summon BES Big Core Mark II.
Oh,
to ram it into the Bestiary.
Shit. Yep.
Yep. And it dies too at the end of the combat.
Oh yeah, because those are good cards, and I'll take 900.
And then I set one card and I'll pass. Wow, you know how I said this never happened in practice?
Yep.
Well, you're gonna see what I meant by never happened in practice.
In practice is one thing. I think we will fire off a Gladiator Proving Ground. Is that okay?
Oh. Yes.
And I will get out of my deck. I actually think... Yeah, I think we'll just go for Lakari. And I would like to normal summon it, so I'll just get it on the field. Anything on the normal?
Go for it. Yeah.
And then...
Go for it,
1800 and 25?
1800, you say. 25. I would
just do 18 and then 25 because I can't count. Bro, math is hard.
That's fine.
43 total? Yeah, it's 43 total. Okay, we are learning math. And end of combat. Let's put Lakari back to the deck.
He's gonna be your dwarf bestiary, like a peasant.
Well. I would like to grab a bestiary.
Actually, mentally ill. Like running multiples of a beast, glad beast. That's like griefing yourself. Holy shit.
Anyways, then I would like to pass.
Yes. Now I would like to normal summon Glad Beast Bestiary, and I would like to trade that into your Glad Beast Bestiary.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna say like okay, and after, but alright. That was a fast side. It's as if you didn't make any changes, but I also don't have anything that I would like to change, so we can just go right into it. Okay, we're up for the first time in the Synchro era, I think.
I'm gonna set one card.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pass.
All right.
Because now that I know that you're deranged and you have more than one bestiary in your deck, there's never any reason to set cards.
Well, I would like to normal summon, since only you control a monster and I don't, without tributing, Sirocco the Dawn.
Yeah.
Then, I think... is it going to be another blank spreader?
I wonder. We'll see.
Uh,
Not having access to 5s is kind of goofy.
Yeah. But unfortunately, we'll special summon Bora. I don't have Gale.
Oh.
If I had Gale here, that would have been so good.
Yeah.
But now the thing is...
You should totally give Bora's Soraka's attack to Bora to give a 3.7.
I mean, I don't think there is a reason for me to not do that.
It gains attack equal to the combat. It's not even that it becomes the combine, which means that it's gonna gain 3.7 thousand.
It's
so it's gonna
except itself.
Oh, except itself.
Yeah,
no.
that would be insane. But yeah, I will use the effect. So basically, Bora just becomes a 3700 beater.
Yeah.
And then I'll attack with piercing into the set. Yeah. Because, like, Hoplomus is scary. And that's why...
It's not that it's scary. It's that you had the one out for turn 2 to get out of it.
Yes, sir. I mean, my
skill game, baby!
My turn 1 last game was that I opened into full armor master, like, turn 1. And, like, turn 2, I have the one out for Hoplomus, so...
I'm gonna go Lakari. I'm gonna normal summon Lakari.
Yep,
and
go Barbor.
I would like to attack into the Sirocco and activate Indomitable Gladiator Beast to kill the Sirocco.
That'll also do it.
Yes.
So I take 300? Yeah.
Yes. And then I would like to go into end of battle phase. Put at the bottom of my deck. Oh, I'll put it at the top because I'm a rebel. Okay. Yeah. And then I would like to... Two. This is actually kind of a rough question.
Yeah, that's actually pretty hard.
Like, there would be a clear answer for how I would deal with this, but I can't do that. So... Man, if only we had the generic one, this would be easier. But we don't. I'm just gonna have to go into Hoplomus and hope that you don't somehow cheat out another Sirocco and win the game on the spot. The way that you could actually cheat one out is by going into Gale and getting a level 7 Synchro out, for example. Or maybe, I don't know, you summon Gale, you sack for Sirocco. Both these are viable lines of play.
Well, let's start with a proving ground. And I think yeah, I need to check one thing. Yeah. I think we will go for 4. A Laquari. Then we'll normal Laquari. Then we will special summon Test Tiger. We will tribute Test Tiger. You want to play another game?
No, that's not worth playing from there.
Fair enough. I would have gone into Murmillo to pop Hoplo.
No, that's stupid. Why would you do that?
That's
You
the one.
go into Bestiary and then you go into Garzis and you pop the Hoplomo and then you swing with Garzis and then you summon two cards at the end of battle phase.
Well, I would have misplayed because I completely forgot. Yeah, Geyseris is a 2 fusion, so I definitely would have
It's
misplayed there. So you actually could have played that, but yeah, I I don't know why, but I thought Geyseris was a 2. I guess
no.
it makes sense. It's only one.
That's why it's one of the best fusion cards ever printed.
It is really good. Is it? Yeah, it's up
Arguably,
to
without that
2.
card, Gladbeast would not be able to do anything.
Fair.
No, not even arguably. Inarguably, that card is what makes Gladbeast good. Because that card is a out to everything in this
Yep.
area of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Beast Tamer is also very good, but it's also what makes Beast Tamer good. It's just the. Was it Beast Tamer?
But Beast Tamer isn't out for like a decade.
Yeah. No, obviously in this, but like when you're talking like what made like Glad Beast good is like I was just referring to.
No, like Beast Tamer isn't out for like another decade. Like Glad Beast when they were good because of this thing, because of
Gotcha.
Geyseris. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not talking about how good they are in like 2020 or even like late 2010s. I specifically mean in the era that Glad Beasts were played. The main factor from them being so good and consistent was their ability to search for cards, their ability to basically deal with any threats on the board, and their like honestly oppressively universal like a powerful removal tool.
Yeah.
The fact that it's 2 cards and then it
Yes.
splits and it basically can deal with 4 cards on the field in one turn.
Yeah.
Think about that. That's so fucking stupid. It's disgusting.
It's funny if you like you get like let's say you like get if you have bestiary or you have like the other piece, if you can get like something like let's say like you're gonna have like bestiary and Murmillo be the fusion, so you can like pop 1 card, then you go into this, you pop 2 any cards, you go into 2 other things, you can get like bestiary to pop another back row or like whatever else you need. Like theoretically, you could pop 5 cards.
Yeah,
But it's like you said, like you can very realistically, and these are like do 4, which is really good.
I had a test game where I basically ran into an issue where a Stratos summon before activating a Black Garden was walling literally everything in my deck. It was just bigger than anything I could get out. And the only way I could deal with it was by getting a Bestiary out and then using Bestiary to summon a Geyseris. And like I popped the field spell first, and then I popped both of these monsters, and then on top of that, I managed to pop one of his back rows too.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just
You want to play like just a one more like best of one?
sure.
Because
I change
so fast.
1 or 2 cards in the deck. I need to.
Sure.
Yep.
I'll make the thingy, and we can just make this a single game. And yeah, we can do
Wait,
one more.
my first hand in game 1 was 2 Mark twos, which is it's basically filler in there specifically, so I have the quota met, and then it
Yeah,
can deal with shit. But the issue is that if you draw it, like at any other point other than oh I really need this card right now, it's kind of shit.
yeah.
Just gonna activate Proving Ground, and oh, I'm showing you my deck now. Apparently, then I'll just upload this,
Yep.
and then I will just normal summon this and pass. No, normal summon set that.
Could be anything. Oh my god. That is disgusting.
Is it Sirocco into Gale?
Sirocco
Yeah,
and the Bora
Bora.
and the
Yeah,
Gale.
yeah.
Uh,
I haven't drawn a single Blackwing monster.
I
Though.
was
Actually, never mind. Never mind. I drew one.
I was literally like looking at my opening hand, which was everything like not Sirocco here. I had Assault Mercenary, I had this thing, and I had Murmillo, then I had Gale and Bora, and I was like, bro, if I had Sirocco with these two, like, that would be gross.
No, but
From
like
the top, I just rip it.
even just having Bora and Gale equals Arms Master,
Yeah.
which is unkillable if I don't have an option to use this.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, because it's like, but even like with these, I can make like Bora swing big. I can go into fucking Archfiend. I can go Colossal Fighter,
Yeah.
whatever. But today, like the universe just doesn't want you to win. I guess. What's your extra or okay? Well, actually, we can just mill our shit. Like, what I'm actually kind of curious, like what your deck was like. So, like, for me, it was basically just a...
Like, the fucked up thing is, I did not draw any bricks outside of
the BS
my
cards.
Mark IIs.
Yeah.
But I didn't draw any of the combos either.
Yeah.
I didn't draw anything that I could actually play with these hands, which is like, oh, okay. I guess I'll just draw. Actually, no. I drew this in this last game. That's a brick.
Yeah.
But like, considering I had one-offs, and this was in my hand every single fucking game, in my starting hand. Like, Murmillo was in my starting hand for all of these games.
I actually also think that I opened Assault Mercenary, like all 3 games, which is fun. But like I always just had really good other stuff.
I mean, if you just have 2 of the Blackwings, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What's your extra? Because like when my extra was, I had, I mean the counts don't really matter, but I had like I had a 3 Archfiend, 2 Colossal Fighter, 3 Armor Master, 2 Darkstrike Fighter, 3 Geyseros, 1 Gaiodas, and 1 Herculinos. Also, fun fact, when you were like laughing, now you're gonna be a Psycho and you're gonna run 2 Bestiary. I was actually running 3.
There's no reason to run 3.
There clearly was
There's
no reason to run more.
one.
I can go into more if 1 dies.
But
I mean,
that's not
3's
how it
overkill.
works.
3's overkill, yeah, but like...
The reason why you don't need to run more than one of each of them is because, first off, they're not good cards in hand. And you have cards that specifically allow you to recycle them. You also have cards that you can search for that allow you to specifically recycle for them.
The smarter thing, like definitely, like the smarter thing is like literally rather than I like 2, but like rather than run 3, it would be better just to run more like Indomitable Gladiator based.
Like, you can also just play this guy.
I wasn't playing a quest. I was playing instead Darius.
I played both. One of
Gotcha.
each, because it's a toolbox. That's what the deck is for.
Yeah, I wasn't even running a quest, but now with result-based thinking, we can say like clearly my deck was better. What's your what's your extra deck? Oh yeah, wait, you melded here. Here are these. Did you have a way to go into Arcanite Magician?
Yes, as a goof, I had something.
What's the spellcaster?
I think I got rid of it. And I think I just left it in after that.
Because I was just thinking, like, were there spellcasters even in the set?
No, there was a card that lets you summon or go into it. There was a card that says you can sacrifice or tribute a monster, a synchro monster with a level, and then you summon a monster with the same level from your extra deck.
Okay, gotcha.
I think it's in my side deck. It's the fucking synchro change or something.
Yeah.
And like the issue with that was that it did not properly summon. So I was like, oh,
yeah,
I don't want to main that after all. No, never mind. Were you?
Gotcha. Yeah, I was also thinking of like playing half or nothing, but in the end, I was just like, let's just make it a monster match and see how it goes. And we lucked out and actually drew.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. You lucked the fuck out. I don't know what the fuck you're playing, but holy shit.
You know, sometimes your deck is alright and you draw shit, and sometimes your deck is shit and you draw alright. Today was the
Dude's playing more than one assault mode activate.
It's too easy, man. It's too
play
easy.
Spartacus.
I'm a hit.
I lost in this.
Imagine getting hit, the gritty hit on you.
What the fuck?
I hit the gritty on you, bro. Stay mad.
Dude, how is this possible?
Ladies and gentlemen, let this be a lesson. Skill doesn't win you games, luck does. A snap by picture. Winner POV.
What were you playing before you added Proving Grounds?
I don't even remember. Actually, I think that was half or nothing. Ei taidolla, vaan tuurilla. Anyways, good GG's. Handshake.
We don't shake hands with Blanca players.
Dude, bro, Blanca is the last character that I would play. I'm a proud Luke.
I don't know, buddy. I'm looking at these banished cards right now.
I'm a proud Luke player. Thank you very much.
My man got 3 assault mode activates, and none of the actual spells good for summoning assault modes after you've done. Clown. Where's the hidden camera?
It's not hidden. It's right there in front of me.
No.
Oh,
dude.
Oh, feels good to sit in winner POV.
God, this is horrible. How did
I
this
can't
happen?
believe you're judging my deck. Actually, let me build my bad decks in peace.
Dude, like,
You gotta understand that I'm not smart, and you also gotta understand that best of 3 get smoked, stay mad, and even like I was definitely not gonna make a misplay when you're like scooped game 2. So
like that. Oh man, I've not been. I don't know if I'm mad.
I think I know.
This is 3.
You gotta understand, like, if like this is bad, like there are gonna be like more things that you'll face, because like basically I'm not smart, so when I'm gonna be actually building my decks, there's gonna be some garbage there, and you just gotta learn to deal with it.
My man's got 3 peeled spells and he didn't draw a single one. My man's got 3 assault mode activation and he didn't draw a single one.
Game 2, I had 2 Cage of Gladiator Beasts in my hand. Thank you very much.
I forgot, sorry. I judged too early. I completely forgot it when you drew the fucking Blackwing package.
I mean, the Blackwing were just calling to me, you know. Now, that is also like when I talk about like Glad Beast, one of the cooler archetypes and one of my favorite archetypes of all time. Like Blackwing is definitely up there, and they, you know, they called out to me. But
I'm having a crisis of faith.
But yeah, I think this was definitely like one of our best episodes yet. I think so. I think like the games were very good. I think they displayed a lot of skill and like impressive deck building. Like you were subverting expectations. Like we had like some very impressive like tech options in our decks, like running multiple bestiari that settled games. So I think overall like it was just a battle of wits.
Yeah, you're right. I agree. This was entirely a skill-based matchup. There's no misplace made by anyone here. There's no tilting about the fact that I got completely shut on. Nobody's salty. Fuck you. No one is salty, but eat shit.
But yeah, this is one of these, like, you know, sometimes this is what Yu-Gi-Oh just is like, ladies and gentlemen.
Sometimes
and this is like, okay, fuck the meta, play whatever you feel like is fine, because after your opponent goes through your deck and it's like, bro, this shit is some ass, then you can look at them straight in the eyeballs and be like, and you lost to that ass. That's great. I think that's great. But yeah, we'll get Jeexx a therapy session, don't you worry, dear viewer, about. Regardless, thank you for watching this episode that was filled with assault mode, for sure.
Oh, that's hurting me.
And yeah, we're also as of now we're also making another rule of the series where you're not allowed to judge your opponent's deck because I'm not trying to get bullied over here. I'm just trying to play some kids card games and not have to worry about anything. So I think that is a rule that we have moving forward. So look forward to that. And yeah, overall, like anything else you wanna see before we get out of here, Jeexx?
Dude, I'm fucking crying.
And thank you so much for watching this episode. I think we've both had a blast here, and we're definitely like back proper now. My voice is recovered. I'm recovered. I'm back, baby. Back in winner POV, and we'll continue on this road. So thank you so much for watching. For real though, this is just how you guys sometimes. It's all fun and games, but next time we are back with, I don't even remember what we're gonna be playing. Next time I'm not
I
gonna
think it's Raging Battle.
I think you're raging, so I don't know if I can trust you, but let's assume it's Raging Battle, and hopefully there will be, for next time, hopefully there will be more battle and less raging. So thank you so much for watching the episode, and we'll catch you next time for that. So have a good one, y'all. Peace.
Sometimes you lose games. Sometimes you lose. Let me show you. Sometimes you lose games. Let me fucking show you. Sometimes you lose games. It happens, apparently. Let me show you sometimes. Oh, sometimes. Some fucking times, guys. Here we have it with sometimes. You've seen it here first. Sometimes.
Got my ass handed to me in game one by Weebfox pulling out two Blackwings, making armor master, yeah, an armor master, and just fucking me over. And then he just kind of won that game from there. Then game two, he drew Sirocco and Bora, and he used that to get over my Hoplomus. And then game three, he drew Sirocco, Bora, and Gale, and he just won the game. You want to know how many times I drew a single fucking Blackwing in all of these three games? 2 times. I drew Bora in game 2, and I drew Gale in game 3, baby. I was slightly upset. Especially when... Especially when he showed me what he had in his fucking deck, man. This man was playing, like, multiple assault modes, 3 copies of assault mode activate, multiple assault mercenaries. And I don't even know what else he was playing. I think he had Gladiator. He didn't have Gladiator Proving Ground until I told him about it. Because of legacy support. Man. Man. Fucking hell. You've ruined Hoplomus? Well, there you Hoplomus, you monster, yeah. Oh, man. Outskill. Fuck you. I got skill gap, you're right. You're right. How could have... I should have known, guys, yeah. I should have just played my cards better, guys. Come on, come on. Just, be better in general, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna cry.